you spoke about starting up, you spoke about the community, you spoke about how it's different from starting up in the 1980s. So let me ask you, is nothing, everything that you hoped for when you were setting up and getting the team together?
It depends. If you zoom out, and if you were to ask me before I started, if less than 2 years from now, if it was like this, would you be happy? I think everybody would be really happy. But now that we're here, I think our requirements on ourselves have increased a lot as well. So we give ourselves a pass. It's okay. We can do a lot better, and the opportunity ahead of us is huge.
All right. So the team is right here as well. The Nothing team is also here, guys. So after this conversation is over, go grab them too. And speaking of the expectations and the bar rising, I'm going to get the marketing genius, Akis here. Akis, one thing people have been talking about Nothing is our marketing strategy. You guys have heard about it? Everyone talks about the marketing strategy. I want to ask you an honest question. Is there hype without substance?
That's a good question and it's well framed. I think a lot of people have been referencing to hype and so on, but I think hype is almost a result, right? In this case, it's all this excitement that led to the smartphone launch, and it started with right at the beginning of that journey, right? When we had just an idea about Nothing and in a way fulfill the lack of excitement that we had as end users. And across that journey, like the level of support has been incredible. I remember when we did the first round of crowdfunding, where we really wanted for our community to get a chance to be part of our journey in the early stage. Seeing like 25,000 people per registering, and at the time we had literally just announced the name, no product, not anything. For us, that's actually super energizing going into this journey, because we realized more and more people felt the same way as us. And I think since then we've been sort of working towards Phone One, and the level of excitement has been kind of ramping up through year one, through the different product announcements that we made, and then when we entered what we call the pre-launch of Phone One back in March, where we officially acknowledged that Phone One was coming. And then, I guess the hype came from us also being exciting. One of those elements was about the design of the phone. We have a guiding principle where it's about making products that we're proud to share with our friends and families. And I think Phone One was a true manifestation of that. And actually we're quite afraid of all the leaks and so on, so we really wanted to control the way the product that we're so proud of, how it was going to be released to the market. So that's why we decided to first release the design in a controlled way versus Amazon, Lego, whatever we've seen for years now. And then a few activities that led up to the final event on the 12th of July. And honestly, it has been super exciting having you guys, all your support, all your engagement across all our different channels. Has been, it's one of the things that really kept us going across the last 2 years. It was definitely a lot of up and downs. Thanks for believing in us. Thanks for being here today. And this is just a start.
Absolutely, this is just the start, and you spoke about the leaks and the design, and big thank you to all of you for just pre-ordering the device just based on design. There were no specs, there were no information, but your confidence in us is a huge validation for us. But we're a group of friends. We can talk honestly, Akis. There's a parrot right there. I think the teens have been seeing parrots everywhere. Ever wondered what it is? Okay, so what are parrots all about?
Actually, it's funny. We had this discussion in our meeting before this event. It falls under more overarching approach in terms of what we are about as Nothing. When we enter this space, I guess everyone is doing things in the exact same way, in a way which is quite cool. It's pure product renders and specs, that become more and more meaningless in a way. So we love to talk about what we call technical warmth, the technical function, like the engineering of the product and so on. And then there is this human warmth element that we really want to convey as a brand. And early on, we saw kind of, you know, our whole kind of creative team came up with this concept with the insects with ear one. And actually, we're thinking like, okay, where should